No alarm, we have an alarm now.
No.
We got the alarm installed 2 days after. But, you know, we now have a dog. So that acts as a deterrent. But as they've said, all the points that they've made are great points, but we need to be continuous about it. We can't let complacency, like once, if the car break-ins start to drop off, start leaving our keys in the car again, leaving our purse in the car. I will tell you that personally, on Friday night when I got home from work, I was tired, I had a lot of stuff, I was bringing it in, and at 11:30 it occurred to me that while my car was locked, my backpack was still in the car with my day planner and a few other things. And in my PJs, I trotted out to the driveway and I brought it in because I didn't want that to be an invitation for somebody to break into my car. So it's inconvenient, and yes, you do forget, but it's important to not forget those things. So thank you, Sergeant Martinez and Officer Edwards, for having this along tonight. I think it's very valuable for the community, and thank you to Linda for taping this so that we can get it out to the other residents that may not have been able to come here tonight. So.
Also, she mentioned alarms. If you have alarms, it'll behoove you to call your alarm company, and if your alarm goes off, have them call the police first. Not you,
Yeah.
because by the time they contact you, 15 minutes, whatever it is, contact us first, and then contact you. It's not gonna do us any good if we get to your house and the alarm went off a half hour ago, or whatever. So have them contact the police first.
Is there a fee for that? I heard after so many that there might be a fee that would be charged out to the residents for...
Not here in town. There are some cities that do that. They're equipped to do that. We are not, and there isn't a fee. There isn't a fee if you have 5 alarms, or the alarm goes off, say 5 times in a month. There isn't. So we'll check the alarm every time, period. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, just to add to that, I got Sergeant Martinez's report for last night's meeting. We had 43 calls for alarm last month. Just, the alarm goes off, they go out and check it. So they're doing that. So I get a report once a month, and there were 43 calls just for alarms last month. I want to say one more thing. We have 2 members of the Board of Selectmen here, Rosemary Carl and Stan Strobe. We are, as a Board of Selectmen, are totally committed to do whatever we can do to help. Again, we can only do so much, and the rest of it has to come from the individuals in this room and throughout the town. We are dedicated. We are buying these signs, we're buying that, we're doing social media, we're going to do press releases, and we're going to try and get as much information out to the citizens of Colchester as we can. And like Sergeant Martinez says, if you see something, say something, give us a call. We'll do what we have to do, but we have 10 police officers and we have 53 square miles or 56 square miles, whatever it is. We can't be every place at once, but if we do it together, I think we can minimize our problem.
Also,
Stan, would you like to say something?
If I might, in addition to the square miles of town, we have over 125 miles of town road. Wouldn't think so, but that's the miles that are out there that our officers are tasked with patrolling. This is not just Colchester, it's not just Connecticut, it's nationwide. There's been a movement in place created by police and sheriff's departments that is pretty active on social media. It's hashtag 9 p.m. routine. It's a reminder that every night at the same time, you go out, make sure your car is clean, it's locked up, you go in, you lock your doors. Best thing you can do in terms of preventative, get in the habit of doing it the same time every night, build it in as a habit, it can help make a difference.
Rosemary?
Yeah,
I just reiterate what Stan said and everything that's been said here tonight. Our police officers really have an enormous job to patrol the roads in Colchester. It 10 sounds like a lot, but it's not. And that hasn't changed in all the years that I've been here. So we really need citizen involvement, and that's what this meeting is, to get citizens to be involved and to be more conscious of their surroundings. It's the way of the world right now, and it's the way that we have to face this issue in Colchester. So I guess we're asking for your help tonight, and I think that's what's important, and we really thank so many of you for being here tonight. It really helps, because each one of you has a voice to talk to someone else and just say, this program's going on, and it's a very simple program. You just have to remember to do those things and lock your car. And don't leave anything inside of it. And, at night, take a look outside if you hear that noise. I know I've gotten up out of bed at night when I heard somebody going by. I think that's that's all part of being a Colchester citizen. So I thank you for coming tonight.
It's as simple as this. I know when seatbelts came out, how many people wore their seatbelt right away? Oh, we got one in the room, okay. That being said, it took a while to get adjusted to putting your seatbelt on every time. I was against seatbelts, I'll be honest with you. Why should somebody say I have to wear a seatbelt? But then when you hear how many lives it saved and anything, I got into habit, so now I put my seatbelt on. That's the same principle you need to use right here. Take your keys in, don't leave valuables in, and lock your car. Once you get into that routine and you keep on, it'll be second nature to you, and again, we'll be helping everybody. Is there any more questions?
Have any of the cars that have been stolen been hotwired, or is it just all keys have been left in the car?
It's been usually keys left in the car. Keys, fobs, these are juveniles.
Okay, so if it's taking a real time or effort, they're not messing with it.
Yeah, no, we have videos of these people going to your neighborhoods and just checking cars. Just checking cars. A car that's open, that's a car they're going to get into. And one other thing about patrol checks, it's unfortunate, but you have people out there that are reading the paper and checking obituaries. If you unfortunately have a family member, I don't care if it's this town or another town, you can call the police and tell them, please patrol my area, my home, give them the description, fill out the paperwork. Every police department has it, because they know when you're going to the wake, when's the funeral, and you unfortunately have people out there looking at that. So, just try to police yourselves and help us help you.
If I might just quickly, knowing that the department will take that information, and also on vacations, that's stuff that really needs to go out in the email blast so that people know. I would suspect that there's a lot of people who don't know that service is available to
Yeah,
help
we're going to
protect.
put a PowerPoint together of things that you can do, so the townspeople will have a better idea of what's going on. This is, I don't know, 2 days we've been working on this. We're going to continue to work on it, make changes. If you got a suggestion, send it to us. And again, this is a community and we got to work together.
One other point I wanted to make, and this actually came up at the police commission meeting Monday night. The Everbridge system that is in place for people to sign up for emergency alerts.
Yeah.
Granted, a break-in might not, at an individual residence might not necessarily fall into the category of a townwide emergency. However, this is a good place to remind people that that is something you can sign up for, to get emergency notifications when there's, heaven forbid, a tornado warning coming through, if there's something happening, if there was an explosion like we had the M&J explosion, the church explosion, This is something you can sign up to get text alerts, emails. You can sign up as many numbers as you want. It can be your cell phone, your work phone, your home phone. You can choose how you want to be alerted. Now, if everybody in your house signs up, it might be quite loud at one moment when an emergency notification comes out, but you're guaranteed not to miss the message. It's a tool that a lot of municipalities use, and so I'd encourage you to go to the town website and look that up. You can also look on the DEMIS website, the state DEMIS website, and get information to get statewide alerts as well. So just another way to keep yourself informed about what's going on. Sometimes those messages go out before you hear messages in the media. And if it's pertinent to your particular area of town or your place of work, then you're already ahead of the game.
Yes, sir.
You're talking about policing yourselves. Can this Everbridge system be linked to your BOLO alerts?
The state does that. I don't think we can, I don't think you want to hear all our bull.
Say you teach yourselves in a car, and a house was just broken into, and you know that it's a Honda Civic with a New York plate, and you guys only cover X miles, but I happen to be passing that car, and I can tell you it's headed south there.
We'll look into that.
Yeah, it's just a question. I mean, what constitutes an emergency depends on the scenario you're in. I mean, if my house is robbed, that's an emergency.
Of course.
To me, right? It may not be to you, but I want everybody in this town looking for that chunk. So, it's an emergency where you ought to police yourselves, and if you can send that out to me that it's a New York plate, just like an Amber Alert, basically, is what I'm referring to. Now, do I want to know that a kid took a Snickers bar from CVS and was running across the green? Not really, but you kind of get what I'm saying, maybe.
Yeah. Anybody have any other questions?
Not a question, but a suggestion, just because not everybody has alarms. But from the whole thing of where, like I said, some of these guys are running around with baskets full of garage door openers. What I do when I go on vacation is I kill the breaker for my garage. That way nobody's gonna go by and go click, click, oh, there it is, it opens up. Or at one point in time, I had a neighbor 2 doors up, and we were on the same frequency. We found out because my wife would drive home, and 500 people for our driveway, she would click for our door, and suddenly their door was open. Well, see, I used to do that, kill the power of the garage door, and it's not gonna be accidentally open.
Yes, sir.
So on your garage door, most people, I'd say 99% of people, never change the code. If you look at your garage door opener, there's, I believe, 7 little dip switches that if you change them and it matches, you have to do it on your clicker and your garage door opener. 99% of people, which is why they can go down the street and just go like this. Sergeant, short of locking your door, taking stuff out of your car, and I forget what the third one was, but I learned the hard way by my desk, Sergeant, so, and not leaving your keys in. Is there, and I would also add lock your house door too. Yes, you live in Colchester, but as you can see, crime happens out here. Is there anything else that you would like to see as the law enforcement that the citizens of Colchester do to assist you in ending this?
Give us a call when you see something.
Okay.
Simple as that. It's not rocket science. It's as simple as that. Yes.
You want us to give you a call when we see something, do you really have the manpower to act on that?
If we will respond to every call that we receive. Period. If there's a crime being committed, we respond. It's our job.
And if you don't, what should that person do?
Call again.
We'll eventually get there. We just might be triaging multiple calls, like, you know, a domestic or...
The officers don't have a schedule around the clock. They just end at midnight, the 10 officers that we have here in Colchester.
We have 2 shifts, days and evenings, for now.
And like you said, they're alternating
So it's around the clock right now, 5 and 5?
We have 2 shifts, days and evenings. And when there aren't officers working in town, we have state police troopers that will cover the town.
I was just trying to get how many really are on the shift at any.
Anywhere from 2, we prefer 2, so they can back each other up, 2 to 5.
So there will always be 2 on a shift at this
Yes,
time?
as far as I'm concerned, yes, we will always try to have
I
2.
totally agree with Sergeant Martinez.
Well, that's what was represented at a meeting
Absolutely.
recently.
We have a union contract with the police department that requires us to only have 1 officer on duty. That will never happen, as far as I am here, because we have to have backup. We can't leave a police officer hanging out there in a domestic, which could be deadly. He needs backup, or she. In our case, we do have a woman police officer. There will always be. If one calls in, say 2 people are scheduled, one calls in sick or an emergency, we will call another police officer that's off duty to come in and back him up.
And also, I was wondering why you didn't attend the police commission meeting this week? Apparently,
Because I don't attend every meeting, I can't attend every meeting. And I did not attend, and I haven't attended for probably 6 months.
oh,
But
okay.
they get a report.
Okay, so if you look at the minutes online for Colchester, it represents that you've attended several of the meetings.
Okay.
Several of the meetings.
You have a
last
question? What's your
month.
question?
I was wondering why you didn't attend the police commission meeting when you are the resident state trooper for the town of Colchester.
They get a report, I give them a report every month, and it's overtime if I go.
This is overtime as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
And this is not we don't have a public forum every month. So I felt it important for me to be here for this meeting.
Any other questions? Thank you, Sergeant Martinez, Officer Edwards. Thank you all for coming. And again, if you need something, that's what we're here for. We have 2 papers that are going to do a good job on this, right?